From the earliest days of Methodism, the emphasis on learning and higher education was connected to one's faith. It is no wonder that Methodists led the way in building colleges and universities. In Illinois, 3 United Methodist institutions of higher education, McKendree University, MacMurray College, and Illinois Wesleyan University, were planted in the early years of statehood and continue to produce quality students and leaders for the 21st century. While approaches may differ, all of them have a single purpose in mind: to make its students the best of all that they are. At McKendree University, the classroom becomes a safe place for a diverse set of views to be aired on hot-button issues. Diana Navarez serves as one of the ambassadors.
A change ambassador is a person who kind of facilitates group discussions. They go through a sort of training in the summer for a little bit and then a little bit throughout the year, and this is our first semester going through and having these conversations.
We also know that oftentimes these are the young leaders that come into our church later on, and these are the formative years, so that we need to be able to be here and to help direct them to whatever church tradition they feel, but certainly those who are United Methodist or feel called to that area, we can direct strong leaders.
I think college is one of the main places where you learn leadership and you learn how to be a leader. There are so many different opportunities in college to be a leader, not just campus ministries, but I think that's important because as you graduate and as you go in the workforce, you need to know how to step up in different areas of life as well.
At MacMurray College, student athletes are being discipled in a partnership with the Chaplain's Office and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Utilizing Bible studies and spending time drawing parallels between faith and life, student athletes are urged to take a long-range approach to life instead of focusing on the immediate wins and losses.
Well, that's what's nice about the Division III aspect in the MacMurray College is they really see what you're doing in the program. You know, wins and losses are not their main concern. Our main concern is how we look at our academics, how are we bonding as a team, and what are we doing out in the community. And our principles kind of use what the Dean Smith, you know, we're going to work in the academic area, we're going to work on the court, but we're going to be just as active in the community so that they understand who we are.
And athletes who are discipled are now discipling others. Volleyball player Morgan Hines tells how leading a huddle in a MacMurray summer camp for young girls has impacted her.
It wasn't until I came here that I became more definitely vocal with my faith, kind of taking that, being a mentor to others, kind of not only through volleyball but also with my faith. I've learned that here, and I think that's been a great experience for me.
When they leave here and 40 years down the road, we know that they've been successful in their career, they've been successful in their marriage, they've been successful in their community because of the lessons that they learned in the locker room, on the practice field, in the classroom, but also with the service that they gave to others through our community service that we do.
At Illinois Wesleyan University, an interfaith approach to religion has deepened the faith of Christian students on campus. Using students as multi-faith ambassadors, Evelyn Chapel has become a hub of activity for all faiths where differences can be sorted out in a safe space with respect. Student Ambassador Karen Makovich says the key to such discussions is deep listening.
I think a lot of times when we approach a conversation, we're already on the defensive of defending our own beliefs and not listening to what someone else's beliefs are. And so when you come into a space where you don't feel like where you can not be on the defensive, then that really facilitates like an open conversation.
And by understanding other people's faith, Makovich says her own faith has grown and deepened.
So it helped me create a spiritual foundation, a religious foundation for my own Christian beliefs. And then it also gave me a framework to understand people of many different religious and spiritual beliefs.
It's been more than 250 years since Wesley's admonition to practice what you learn and be the best you can be. And for McKendree University, MacMurray College, and Illinois Wesleyan University, the mission is still the same.